Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I am back today with, I guess you could do these for a craft fair, or it could be more of a Christmas in July type of project. But you could do these for a craft fair. It's really hard if you're trying to make these and if you want to personalize them for someone. I guess you can go ahead if you have wooden letters. You could always just decorate a bunch of letters and all that and get them all ready. But what they are is actually just plain old wooden letters. And I just embellished them with craft paper, made myself some little tassels, put a small hook on them and a hanger, and they became Christmas ornaments. Now here's one that I did. This one I kind of did a little different. I made it like a bow on top. But yeah, so let me just tell you a little bit about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, my husband and I had went to Canton, which is in Texas, and it's like First Monday. It's like a swap meet, and all the vendors are there, and like a huge gigantic craft show, and a lot of things are new, and some things people make or whatever. But there is vendors that sell these kind of letters, and one time I was there, and this vendor had those cloth looking Walmart bags, the blue handle bags, and you could fill it up for $10. So he didn't care if you had them overflowing, it was still $10. So I just packed up on every letter I could find and all that. And so then the next month I wanted to go back because I wanted to get more letters, because I realized I hadn't got all the letters in the alphabet. And so he went back, we found the vendor, he's there every month, and for $10 more, I actually got 2 bags that time, and I just packed up on tons of these wooden letters, all different sizes and all that. So literally I have a whole Rubbermaid bin full of different sizes of letters. But anyway, that year after I bought the letters, I started making these. And what they are is they were ornaments that I was adding in with Christmas cards to our family. And I literally made one for everybody in our family, and my husband's side and my side, you know, we both have large families, and I mailed with Christmas cards these ornaments. And I did get pictures or see pictures like on Facebook of some of our family members. They had them hanging on their tree. So anyway, you can embellish these up any way you want. You can glitter them if you want. You can use glitter paper if you want. If you want to add like some Santa Clauses or whatever you want. But they were just so easy. They didn't take a lot of time. And really, it went from ugly to cute. You have to admit, ugly to cute. So, let me quickly show you how I did this. So, okay, so of course, the first thing you have to have is you need a wooden letter. You can get them at Michael's, but if you have a way to get them the way I did, like a big old bag for $10, that's the way to go. Because you can get them so super cheap. They end up being probably about $0.10 a piece by the time I was done. And my husband knew every time we were going to go to Canton, that's where I was going. I was going to find the guy with the wooden letters, just because they were so cheap and you could just make so much fun things with them. So anyway, so you need your wooden letter, you need some craft paper, and this is a great way for you to get rid of your scraps or to kill a 6x6 paper pad. You also need, let me see here, you also need some of these, let me see, they're called screw eyes. And these are the tiny ones. The first ones that my husband had bought me was this size, the 212, and it's too big. They would split my wood. So these are a little bit smaller, and I got them at our local hardware store, and I think they're those were a 12. I think this might be a 10. But anyway, the smallest you can find. And so yeah, that's pretty much what you need. And then you just need some Modge Podge glue and a paintbrush to paint it on, and some ribbon just to make it pretty. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out my letter. And what I did when I made these, I just would flip it over, flip my letter over, and I would just trace it along and then cut it out. So I'm just going to trace it and cut it out. Doesn't have to be a perfect trace, just as long as you get the generic shape, or the general shape. And yeah, so you can tell I didn't even do a beautiful job, but that's okay. It's on the back and underneath. Then you're just going to take it and you're going to cut it out. If you get it a little bit too big, all you need to do is just cut it down a little bit. It's all good, or you can leave it hanging over. It's okay. I didn't even worry about it. They turned out great. And so we're going to get this cut out. Okay. Cut it off. I don't know where you guys are in the where you live, but it was another 100-degree day for us here in Texas. So, ooh, it's been a hot summer. It makes you not want to get out of the house. It makes you want to stay home and just relax in your house. And that is what we do. Well, I did take my granddaughter swimming. We have a local pool here. We went swimming, she and I. And this morning, like when it first opened, we were the only ones in the pool, so that was great. Okay, so I've got my letter all cut out. As you can see, it fits right over. Okay, so I've got my letter ready. Now, what you need to do is you need to take your little screw eye, and you need to take something, and I already started my little hole, and I have this little tool thing that my husband gave me. I have a little pink toolbox here in my craft room that my husband gave me, and I just take and kind of start my hole, and then I'm going to take some of my glue. Any kind of glue will work. You just want to put a little dot of glue down in there because you don't want your screw eye thingy to pull out. So you're just going to stick it down there where you'd started the hole, and you're just going to screw it in with that glue in there. That way it holds it. Now, sometimes if it doesn't start screwing, this is what I got to do. I am the worst hammerer in the world, y'all. I probably, if I was a hammerer for a living, a carpenter, I'd probably have flat thumbs all the time. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm getting it down. It's getting tight on me. Okay, just make sure you get it down in there. Don't go too far. You don't want to split your wood. So that looks good, and it's in there perfectly. Okay, I got that. Now, all you're going to need to do is you're going to, let me put this on here. You're going to take your Modge Podge glue or any favorite glue that you have. Okay, that over there. Going to take my glue, and I just take my glue with like a paintbrush that I have, and I just put my glue onto the letter, and then I'll lay the paper over it. If you get glue on the sides, all good. It's going to dry clear, so it's no big deal. Sometimes I get a little taper glue crazy, so yeah. Let's see here. That year that I made these, I surprised. I mean, I literally went to the post office with so many packages with these. And, you know, I got a lot of great response on these. I really enjoyed getting these in the mail. And a great thing that you can do, too, when you put your ribbon on it is to add bells. That would be really good. Any kind of embellishment that you want, go for it. Just add that on. The way I look at it is the more the merrier. Okay, so take your letter that you've cut out and just lay it over the top. Press it down. I told you guys this is so easy. Press it down really good. You want to make sure it's sealed on the corners. You don't want anything to come up. And there you go. Didn't that go from ugly to pretty, y'all? It really, really did. It went from ugly to pretty. Okay, so now I've got myself tons of ribbon. And y'all, I was taking the ribbon out of my ribbon bin, and look what happened. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to clean. I mentioned the other day that I have a huge mess on the other side of my desk, and it's still a mess because I've been trying to make those envelopes in all different sizes, and I'm trying to get all the ones that I wanted to make for my craft fair. So I've been trying to get those made, and so after I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning. Okay, so I am going to use some, you can use any color ribbons you want. I kind of going with the Christmas theme. And you're gonna need one ribbon to make a hanger for this. So just fold it in half, and this thinner ribbon works the best. Stick it through the eye of the screw, and just bring it through. Just bring it through like that, so it's attached, and then you could tie off the top. So let me tie a knot on the top, just so you have a loop so that it can be hung. You can make them as short or as long as you want. I find that the length that I'm doing right now works best for me. Okay, and then I'm just gonna make myself kind of a little tassel, kind of like I did with this one. Just some like prettiness hanging down. And this is how you can go and you can add in bells and stuff like that. It'd be really pretty to add in some Christmas bells on these. So I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna grab some ribbon. Let me see what else I got over here. Let's go with some little bit of my rickrack. And you don't want to do too much. Let's see, I think I got a little scrap of this one. Scraps will work. And let's see here. What else do I got laying over here? Anything? Oh yeah, here we go, y'all. I have some of this. Isn't that pretty? It does not have to be the same print as your paper. That's the great thing about this. Don't be afraid to mix and match any of your prints. It doesn't matter. It just makes it fun. Fun and festive. Okay, so I'm gonna get this on here. Now, you can put your ribbons to make the tassel through the hole, or I'm just gonna take it on this particular one, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. Okay, let me get my hook, my thing out of the way. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna wrap it around the part of the screw that's just sticking out, and just tie myself a knot. Okay. Still got my hook. Okay, let me grab this and get a little closer so I can get in a good knot. So, kind of position your ribbons. It can hang any old way. It's supposed to be pretty. And you could tie a bow here where you want. You don't have to tie too many knots because it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. So let's see here. I'm gonna trim this off a little more. Kind of make it a little semi-even. Doesn't have to be totally even. And yeah, so cute. And you could hang some little bells like right here. I'll have to do some and put bells on them. Okay, so the last thing that you want to do after you put some ribbon embellishment is take some more of your Modge Podge glue, and you're gonna cover the paper with your glue. This one is just like a matte glue, but there is a glossy one that usually what I would use. This was kind of the first one that I grabbed when I started this, so I'm going with it, but there is a glossy one if you want to use that. And this is kind of, if you want to even put it over the edges, it kind of just seals the paper on there so it won't come off. It won't come off anyway because you've glued it down well, but yeah. There you go. I told y'all these little letter ornaments are so easy. You can even go a little step farther if you wanted to, and you could like, if you wanted to put some letters with the person's name, or if you do know how to do calligraphy, which I don't, you can do that with write their name. Anything, sky's the limit on these. You can make these any way you want. But yeah, they're super fun. They're super cute hanging on a tree. And let me tell you another variation. What you could also do, you could do these like if you're going to a birthday party, and if you're taking a really cute gift like for a kid, or it could be an adult too, decorate it up for like the birthday, to go with the birthday gift, and hang it on the side of the bag. Or if you want to give these like as Valentine's, like hang it on the Valentine that goes for the kid. If you want to go that extra little step, there's so many things that you can do with these. You can just decorate them up any way that you want, you know. So, and they're so cute, and it's a great way to use up your stash. And so yeah, well, I hope you guys like this idea. I hope you'll give it a try. These things are so super cute. I love that paper. And by the way, let me tell you really quick what paper pad that came from. It came from this one. I got it last year at Hobby Lobby, like right after Christmas, when it was like for $1. And it's Polka Dots and Poinsettias by the Paper Studio. And let me just flip through and show y'all. And I'm throwing it, y'all. Let me go over here. Okay, I'll get this together here. Look at that one. So much fun. Love, love, love. Let's see, I think I missed one. One of my favorites. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So, so pretty. I love it so much. Well, I hope y'all like this idea and you'll give it a try. And yeah, I'm going to keep sitting over here making a few more of these, and then I'm going to clean my craft room because it's back to work for me tomorrow. And yeah. Oh, and one more thing. When I was making the envelopes and I showed y'all how to make the 10 by 10 size, I had tons of scraps left over from that. And so this morning, I have a bin that I throw all my scraps in. And so this morning, I started thinking, if I trim off the edge, I could put them all 2 by 8s, and I'm going to make bookmarks out of these and sell them at my craft fair. And they're just going to be basic bookmarks. I'm probably going to laminate them, and then I'll put a hole on them, and I'll add ribbon to them. And I probably will put them like for 50 cents or 75 cents at my craft fair, and it's a way for me to use up the scraps that I've been using. So yeah, so if you have some scraps like this, you can do that also. But anyway, yeah, thought that'd be a good idea and something easy, and use up my scraps so I don't waste. But anyway, okay, y'all, I am going to see y'all in my next video. I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, see you later. Bye.